Alright folks, the deck is Even Death Knight. The goal of the deck is to load our opponent's deck with a bunch of plagues, hit him in the face with the hero power, eventually working our way towards Grave Strength for a bunch of burst damage. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle.
Watch this!
Alright, speaking of miserable, we get to play against Reno Warrior. Might be worth coining a gold panner, especially with all these twos. The longer it stays in hand, the more likely it is to die.
None will survive.
At least it's not Reno. Okay. You'd love to see that right before the gold panner comes down. But this is an unbelievably, just outrageously bad matchup for me. I don't think that outside of a really good Grave Strength turn, there's much chance for me, so I just need to draw it quickly. Just because I don't have the capacity for aggression, which is what's usually necessary to keep pace. Like, I can't keep pace with the hero power.
Let's warm you up.
Oh. It's that thing I said I needed. And thanks to the buddy, it's looking like it's going to be online. I want to play double 2 next turn so that I can hero power into Grave Strength and pray that this is still on the board somehow.
Let's warm you up.
My pain doesn't compare to
Shadows are rising again.
Okay, the fact that they haven't pressed the button all that much is, what, 2 in a row? My man struck gold. The fact that they haven't pressed the button a whole lot is giving me a chance here. That's not, though. That's extremely, extremely bad for me. Rush probably hits some sort of Ziliax. That, oh my god. Oh. Just completely brutalized. I think they had very nearly the best possible draw they could have asked for. The fact that they're able to keep pace with my board presence as an odd warrior is brutal. Okay.
Of life.
Blood tap's pretty good with all these minions in hand, including the Gnome Muncher. This is consistently very good. This doesn't really do much for me.
No reprieve.
I think the blood tap was a bit risky. That's a good hit. Just lowering their armor so that it's harder to shield slam the Primus is pretty good for me. Never mind. Okay, they have a 9-mana Ziliax in hand, so we just lose all of our minions on the board state if we're not careful. And then also probably even if we are.
I smell gold in their water.
It's a lot of damage. Probably more than the,
That feels good.
Interesting. It probably represents more than the staff would have.
Who shall be victorious? Everybody needs a castle.
Let's actually do this
Everybody needs a
and start
castle.
getting the foam render going. These two paired together. Do I have any other death rattles? Just they would be a huge risk because I have played the mining casualties.
Calls. No reprieve. No return.
Okay, I need to brace myself for the Ziliax.
Good.
Amuse me with your tales of
Or not. Wait, do I win? Bro's never played against even Death Knight before, and it shows.
in my name.
Unless those are maybe like ball busters.
No reprieve.
I don't know why they wouldn't just slam a Ziliax there.
Now you're sailing on my seas.
Not excited about another warrior matchup, but I mean, I suppose we did beat the last one. Maybe I just keep the buddy and the grave strength. Because it's so incredibly important for the matchup.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Let's do that. That should set it up one of these two. It doesn't really matter which one. And gives me the most flexibility here. So I just bump and play. Let's get this guy rolling. Okay. Looks like it's probably Reno. Which unfortunately we can't like plague our way to getting their Bran offline, so we just have to aggro them down.
Much lighter.
Let's go here, here, here. Set this fella and go as wide as possible for a grave strength next turn.
In my name.
A decent chunk of damage though. They haven't foraged. Okay, I see. Oh my god. It really is just always the best outcome for, isn't it?
castle.
It's pretty good. Especially with the coin that we're about to generate. I've got 6-drop hero power next turn, and then coin Scourge behind that, potentially. And then it just gets completely negated by a single card in Reno.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Food for the world.
So that was likely bellowing. They bellowing here, or not a guaranteed full clear. Okay, so maybe it's sanitized then. I don't want to play into Reno. There are outcomes that get me lethal off of this if I go Frost.
Decide your fate.
Reap.
Frost, mark of the bitter.
Food for the worms.
We lose the potential to get spell damage on the down with the ship doing this, but we don't have the down with the ship, so doesn't feel like there's any reason to play towards this. This is a soft check for Reno, though. It was the sanitize. And that does kind of give me an indication that it's probably not Reno. So just rip the Scourge here.
Shall suffer.
Those are really, really good rolls. So long as we don't get Reno'd here. Get the feeling they're slow rolling the Reno.
Off the top!
Still summons an 8/8 for me. So I don't know how they kill this. I suppose that's one way.
Your soul shall be mine.
Okay, so I think we assume probably Sludge or Pain. They might know Pain, in fact. Okay, we've got early game stuff. We've got Pozzik. This is the one where, like, the Grave Strength can really get them if it's Pain Warlock. It's just AFK Warlock.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Want to hear my playlist?
Huh. What does that mean?
I smell gold in their water. Keep on panning.
Extraneous hero power Mortician into Pozzik. Is that just the reduce the cost of the Zil? No, it's Scorpion. Yeah, I remember now. Let's do this instead, actually, so that we can work our way through that. And ideally pave the way for a Pozzik. Or not.
Hey, you! Install me for me!
I think it still makes their setup awkward. Just not in a great spot here. Again, like, what should be the defensive deck being on the front foot is not ideal for me. Okay. I appreciate the opponent for making that trade for me. That's pretty good. Let's take this bump so that we can get the gold panner down. Got plenty of options for next turn. I don't know what will be best. It'll depend on what we need to respond to from the opponent, largely, I would imagine.
Low in price, high in fun.
One dose solves any problem.
This is pretty clean. Well, we found our 6-drops. Didn't think there were that many in this deck. I'm really just kind of looking for the Grave Strength, but... So they have the snake. Now they're going to start bouncing it. So that's too bad. I think it's going to be hard to win from here. If they have the correct setup. Still no Grave Strength to be found, which, as we're seeing, is a critical component to closing out some of these matchups against, like, defensive decks. So I assume they're just kind of looking for a Brewmaster here. Oh, my God. I get one opponent to stop getting the best outcome every time.
Everybody needs a cast.
You have earned an eternity of torment.
I take a bit of a gamble here and hope that they draw towards some of these plagues. It's a good start.
That feels good.
Holy! About as much as we could have hoped for there. You know, there's a world where Primus can kind of offset some of their game plan, right? Just by raising our max health to a point where they don't have
Who's ready for another
enough
round?
bounce effects anymore, but... Sniped. If they have the second Brewmaster, we are quite dead, but... Really good at making them draw plagues, at least. It only dealt 1 damage, so Defile. Plague? Oh. So they're just trying to excavate twice more, and then they can do that, I guess. So I would need to, like, eat that, basically. If I eat that, there's a world where, really? Primus could get me there, but instead I probably just die.
We only need one.
This curse has become our greatest strength.
So I have no, like, if they just chosen the taunts, they probably won on the spot there.
That feels good.
Suppose that's a way I could win. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. We're very dead here.
This is only the beginning. Bow before the onslaught of the Legion.
What a slap in the face.
All right, Master. All eyes shall be opened.
Play this on 2.
No pain.
I suppose I could also just, you know, because of how many 2-drops are in my deck, I could expect to hit more 2-mana minions, or 2-mana cards than in mulligan more aggressively. But just like a River Croc that replaces itself isn't that bad.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Probably wise just to get the mining casualties down then. We go here, and then hero power this behind it, and then play the Pozzik. It's because this is likely to make my trades a little bit more flexible. Okay, that does mean that this isn't online, unfortunately, but again, most of our deck is 2-drop, so we're not necessarily in a situation where we need to play it. Pozzik, though, looking pretty good. Even if it doesn't overdraw them, it's still just a good card. They can be super disruptive for the whatever plan they have and setting things up here. Doink. Doink.
Everybody needs a castle.
Helya.
To battle.
Too quiet.
Well, is it too battle or too quiet? You gotta make up your mind. It can't be both. I think it's too late for this opponent is what it is.
In my name.
Oh my god, so many warriors.
Now you're
I feel like we've
my seed.
been playing for an hour and we've seen maybe 3 classes today. Is that right? 4. Like 4 classes in about 10 games.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Grave Strength is important for this matchup, as we've seen. Huh? Okay. It's Let's try and sneak this out. Next turn we go mining into here. I mean, this could also come down. But getting a Helya on curve is also pretty good. So if we assume that that is bellowing, we probably want the mining casualties over the Necromancer. Otherwise they just kill the Necromancer and the rest of our board next turn. And we just look to set up a sing-along buddy with the hero power and grave strength. Maybe hoping to chip away at their health total with Helya.
I ain't talking.
We only need one. I'll put it back. You have earned an eternity of torment.
I think I'm fine with that dirty rat. Just kind of gave me free tempo. So this is probably the bellowing. And that means we're past it now, so the Necromancer is a viable option. So is the Necromancer. If we go wide with these now. It's unfortunate. Let's go here, here, and here. I guess we maybe see what's in here first.
My pain doesn't compare to your plague.
So if we assume they're Reno, we've seen a fair number of their AoE stuff already. This would be a great time to draw the sing-along buddy. Smiley face.
Armor! Lightly used armor. Share my pain.
Okay. Okay. Finally an opponent drawing plagues.
Feels good.
Coin 8-drop.
No matter the danger, I'll always chase a good discovery.
Nobody ever respects the grave strength in this format.
Conquer in my name.
Oh my god. It's literally just all Warlocks and Warriors.
I live once
There are no
more.
other classes in this game.
Bow before your master.
I need to stop drawing Glenn.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
I think I do have to coin the mining casualties. Especially into that. So it's pain. And I cannot afford to get too far behind here. This matchup does make the plagues a little bit better, especially the down with the ship. But the Inferno is a little brutal. Speaking of brutal. Hell yeah.
Everybody needs a castle.
Between these two, for sure. Plagues are maybe the way that we can win this. Devastating. Of course force them to start making trades here, I guess. Then maybe even consider doubling these up so that we can get a Tomb Trader. That does kind of like pad their deck. My god. Okay, yeah, we have to play both of these. So that this is a live draw. Okay. So we go hero power, bump there. And we get a full clear with the Tomb Trader.
We only need one.
Can heal up a little bit with the Gnome Muncher at some point.
That feels good.
The deck doesn't have burst damage, right? Wait. 9. You're dead. Grave Strength stay winning.
Conquer in my name.
Oh, we finally drew it at a great time in that matchup. Jeez.